Hey, product people. If you've ever wondered what it actually takes to sell literally tons of product, not as a metaphor, but by the truckload, this one's for you. Welcome to Product Knowledge, the podcast about creating and marketing products people truly need. I'm Laurier Mandin, founder and principal consultant at Graphos Product. It is possible to sell literally tons of product. I know, because I've seen it happen. Today I'll tell you how some real-world products went from flat sales to explosive growth and the strategies we used to make it happen. We'll talk about sizzle videos, viral proof, skeptical buyers, and how to turn all of that into momentum you can measure, not in pounds, but tons. And most importantly, I'll tell you the one thing you absolutely need that you can't get from AI or even by watching every video on YouTube, and how to get it. Let's start with a product that really caught fire. In 2020, a client came to us with an outdoor cooking product called SearBQ. Part griddle, part press. It was used on a gas barbecue and promised to deliver double the flavor in half the time. They'd already produced a high-budget video, professional actors, humor, solid production values.
Just a man in his grill, in the peace and quiet of his own backyard.
Steven, how much longer? Frank and Peg will be here soon. If you tell me 10 more minutes, I'm going to lose it.
It really does need 10 more minutes, though. I need to get out of here.
Know what you need? SearBQ.
It looked pretty good on screen, but it didn't convert. I wanted to shoot a fresh demonstration video, but there wasn't budget for that. So we went back to what we did have, real food on a real grill. We took the best recipe video, tightened the edit, amped up the sizzle sound, and focused on the moment, a knife cutting into perfectly cooked, beautifully juicy steak. Within a few months, we went from no sales to over $1 million. We literally sold tons of SearBQs. And I'll tell you a twist on that story later because there's a lesson in here too. But first, a product that started out in deep water. It was for a fishing lure called Smartfish, a brilliant innovation. It could balance underwater on the head of a nail. But the fishing lure market is more crowded than a live well on Derby Day. We knew a beautiful product in great packaging wouldn't be enough. So instead of describing what made it great, we showed it in action. We cut underwater footage of big fish hammering the lure again and again and again. We showed real anglers, men and women with Smartfish lures dangling from the fish's mouth. No spin, just real-world evidence. And once the proof was visible, the buyers were convinced. Smartfish never looked back. They're still making and selling truly remarkable lures. That's the big takeaway here. When proof is undeniable, the customer gets on board with you. This isn't a new idea. One of the best demonstration videos I've ever seen came years ago from a company called BlendTech. Their founder started a YouTube series called Will It Blend, where he dropped things like golf balls, an iPhone, even a rake handle into the blender. It was ridiculous. And sometimes it felt dangerous, but it proved something instantly without saying it. That blender was unbelievably powerful.
I think I'm going to push the smoothie button. Don't breathe this.
Sales exploded because the demonstration made the promise undeniable. But even solid proof isn't always enough. Let me tell you about the parallel pillow. Here was a truly excellent product. Comfortable, supportive, beautifully made, but entering a world where hundreds of premium pillows claim to do the very same things. Parallel's difference was both emotional and technical. For every pillow sold, one was donated to a person in need. We told that story visually. Real people, from children to seniors, clutching their donated pillow. But we didn't stop at emotion. We highlighted the silver ion technology that naturally repels bacteria and dust mites, and its thermal regulation that keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. Then we leaned into skepticism. Our headline? $150 pillow? Exactly, and worth every penny. That single line, born from social media doubt, became our best performing ad. It turned the question everyone was asking into the answer they needed. And then there's Buzzkill, a little device that eliminates hum in Stratocaster and Telecaster guitars, the two most popular electric guitars ever sold. But guitarists are famously skeptical about fixes like this. They'd seen BuzzFix products before, and most of them didn't come close to living up to the hype. So we started with credibility. We invited Joey Landreth, the award-winning singer-songwriter, to show what Buzzkill could do. His amazing demo went viral with guitarists. Then, Guitar World's tech editor reviewed the Buzzkill, and his endorsement changed everything.
When I turn on the drive over here, watch what happens. You barely hear it. That's pretty amazing.
Before long, even the Fender Custom Shop co-founder decided to include Buzzkill in his Artist Series guitars. We went from market skepticism to a wildfire of word of mouth. That's when the buzz about stopping buzz took off. Now remember SeerBQ? After all that success, the founder eventually told me he was winding down online sales. The reason wasn't lack of demand or a faulty product, it was weight. Each unit shipped at almost 50 pounds, and the economics collapsed under courier costs and free shipping expectations. Steel prices had spiked. Shipping costs tripled. Media costs went nuts. Tariffs blew up, and margins went negative. Every SeerBQ he sold online was losing him money. It's a reminder, even the best marketing can't overcome a broken business model, even if it seems fine on launch day. Always work out every cost from materials to delivery before you scale, and build in contingencies for things outside of your control. So I promised I'd tell you something you can't do with AI, or even if you could consume every single content piece about product marketing on the internet. Here's what I was talking about. Objective expertise. There's an adage I love that you can't read your own label from inside the bottle. With your product, you are just not able to see it objectively the way an outsider does. You're biased, and you can't help it. You always have been. Everyone sees their baby as beautiful. And AI can't help much when it comes to seeing why your product should stand out to living human decision makers. It has never felt the pain of wasting money. It's never felt the joy of achieving the coveted condition, the long-term desired future state your product delivers. It will never fantasize about the potential that comes only from owning your product, or have an aha moment in the shower that makes it all take off. It also can't have an original idea, at least not yet. Everything an AI tells you is something that's been done before. But even the most successful campaigns of all time can't be repeated by the same people that made them work the first time. If you're trying to position your product in a silo or using AI tools to do it, you might never sell tons of product. AI is good at a lot of things, including making realistic-looking mirages. Don't fall for it. You've got way too much to lose. I'm not saying you need to hire my team at Graphos Product. Just get objective, experienced human expertise. You'll be glad you did. So, What ties these stories together? Each one differently, but they share a mindset. CRBQ succeeded because we showed impact instead of polish. Smartfish proved its worth through irrefutable evidence. Parallel Pillow turned skepticism into belief by pairing empathy with innovation. And Buzzkill built credibility first and let community amplify the rest. They all did one thing the same way. They showed, not told. They replaced "We're great" with "See for yourself," and they made the story effortless to understand. That's how you sell literally tons of product. That's it for this episode of Product Knowledge, how to sell literally tons of product. You can find the full transcript in the show notes at graphosproduct.com and sign up for my daily need feed emails or grab a copy of I Need That at lmandin.com. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone building something amazing. They might be one bold edit, one proof point, or one clear story away from their own breakthrough. Thanks for listening. I'm Laurier Mandin.